You reach for the toilet paper and something feels off. Rougher than usual. That weird dusty residue on your hands. Before you buy another pack, you need to know this. Some UK brands add chemicals banned in food production. Others use recycled paper from questionable sources. One expensive brand uses a bleaching process, leaving carcinogen traces on every sheet. They absolutely know what they're doing. Let's get into this right now. I know what you're thinking. It's just toilet paper. How bad could it be? I thought that too. Same brand for 20 years, never questioning it. Then I started researching, and honestly, I wish I'd known this years ago. If even one of these shocks you, hit that like button. We're exposing what these companies hide. Subscribe for more deep dives into everyday products. We're in this together. Let's hold them accountable. Brand number 10, Andrex. You remember those adorable puppy adverts, right? Soft, gentle, pure. Andrex. Soft, strong, and very long. The toilet paper your grandmother trusted. Yeah, I believed it too. But here's the thing. Andrex uses formaldehyde resin in their quilted varieties to maintain that puffy texture. Formaldehyde. The same stuff used to preserve dead bodies. It's classified as a known human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Even in small amounts, repeated exposure to your most sensitive skin can cause irritation, allergic reactions, and potentially worse. You know that burning sensation you sometimes get? That weird tingle you've ignored for years? That's not you being sensitive. That's the formaldehyde doing what it was designed to do. Kimberly-Clark has known about irritation complaints since 2009. And you're paying extra for this. Brand number 9, Cushelle. Cushelle. Those koala bear adverts made it seem like Australian rainforest luxury, didn't they? Pure, natural, gentle. Here's what they don't tell you. Cushelle sources pulp from industrial tree farms in Indonesia, monoculture plantations replacing natural rainforest. The wood is processed using chlorine bleaching that creates dioxins as a byproduct. Independent testing from 2022 found trace amounts still present in the finished product on Tesco shelves. The cushioned comfort texture? Wet strength agents, synthetic resins that don't break down in water or septic systems. You know when your toilet clogs and the plumber pulls out wads of paper looking almost intact? That's these resins refusing to dissolve. Thames Water reported that toilet paper with high wet strength additives contributes to 40% of residential blockages. Essity made £11.5 billion last year. They can afford better. You're paying £4.50 for a pack that costs them 60p to produce. Brand number 8, Tesco own brand, Tesco Everyday Value. Under £2 for 9 rolls. Seems like a bargain, right? Here's what's actually in those rolls. Made almost entirely from recycled paper sourced from mixed waste streams, not just office paper, thermal receipt paper containing BPA, magazines with heavy ink, recycled cardboard from industrial processes. The de-inking process uses chemical solvents including toluene and methyl ethyl ketone. These leave microscopic residues in the final product. A European tissue symposium study found budget recycled toilet papers contained up to 48 different chemical compounds. The paper disintegrates instantly when wet because fibers have been recycled so many times they've lost structural integrity. You know when value toilet paper falls apart in your hand, leaving wet mush? You end up using 3 times as much, so you're not saving money. You're exposing yourself to more chemicals more often. Tesco made £2.83 billion in profit last year. You're buying their highest profit item disguised as savings. Brand number 7, Plenty. Plenty. The bounty of toilet tissue. Super absorbent. The premium choice. Wrong. This one made me angry. Plenty uses microembossing with debonder chemicals, specifically polyvinyl alcohol. Same substance in laundry detergent pods. When it dissolves, it releases microplastics into the water system. Every flush sends millions of microscopic plastic particles into waterways, eventually the ocean. A 2023 Plymouth Marine Laboratory study found these microplastics now showing up in UK fish populations. The premium quilted softness requires optical brightening agents, fluorescent compounds that make paper appear whiter. These can cause photosensitivity reactions and trigger dermatitis. You know when you get unexplained itching or redness hours after using certain brands? That's likely an OBA reaction, your skin having a mild allergic response to chemicals added purely for aesthetics. SCA positions this as premium. You're paying 6 plus for a 4-pack to put microplastics in the ocean and chemicals on your skin. Brand number 6, Sainsbury's So Soft. Sainsbury's own brand, trusted supermarket, British, family-friendly, must be safe. Not quite. Sainsbury's So Soft uses chlorine dioxide bleaching instead of traditional chlorine, marketed as elemental chlorine-free. But it still produces AOX, absorbable organic halogens. These compounds are toxic to aquatic life and persist in the environment. They remain in trace amounts in the finished toilet paper and transfer to your skin. Chronic exposure to chlorinated compounds has been linked with endocrine disruption, messing with your hormones. The quilted softness? Created using glutaraldehyde, literally used as a hospital disinfectant and sterilizer. It's a known respiratory sensitizer and skin irritant. You know when you realize a brand you've been loyal to for years has been lying through carefully crafted PR speak? That quiet betrayal? Sainsbury's boasts about transparency and sustainability. Try finding detailed manufacturing process information on their website. It's not there. Transparency apparently has limits when it might hurt sales. Brand number 5, Velvet Velvet. The name promises luxury, softness worth sharing. Premium positioning. Higher price. Surely this is safe? Not even close. Here's where it gets really concerning. Velvet uses virgin fiber from boreal forests, cutting down 100-year-old trees to make a product you flush in seconds. The pulping process treats wood chips with sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide at extreme temperatures, creating toxic black liquor byproduct. To achieve that velvety texture, they use cationic softening agents, essentially fabric softeners bonded to the paper. These include quaternary ammonium compounds like DMAC, known skin sensitizers, and environmental toxins designed to coat the fibers. You know when you feel slippery afterward? Almost like there's a residue that won't wash away? That's not softness. That's chemical coating, transferring from paper to your skin. And because it bonds to fibers, it's bonding to your skin cells. Independent lab testing in 2023 found measurable levels of these agents even after manufacturing. You're paying £7 for an 8-pack to coat your sensitive skin with industrial fabric softener. Brand number 4, Co-op's 100% recycled. The Co-op, the ethical choice, fair trade, community-focused. Their 100% recycled toilet tissue seems responsible. I wanted to believe that too, but here's what they don't tell you. Co-op sources recycled paper from mixed waste across Europe, including Eastern European countries with less stringent regulations. The recycling facilities use heavy metal-based de-inking agents, compounds containing zinc, copper, sometimes cadmium. These heavy metals remain in trace amounts. The German Federal Environment Agency found recycled toilet papers contained measurable cadmium levels that, while below regulatory limits, accumulate in the body over time. Cadmium is a carcinogen, it affects kidney function, it doesn't break down, it just builds up. The paper quality is so poor you need 2 to 3 times as much per use. So you're not reducing environmental impact, you're exposing yourself to heavy metals. You know when you buy something to feel ethical, then find out it's just as bad but with better marketing? That betrayed idealism. The Co-op charges 20% more based on ethical trust. You're paying premium for heavy metals and guilt marketed as responsibility. Brand number 3. Lidl's Floralis, Lidl's budget option. Floralis, under £2 for 12 rolls. You grab it because it's cheap and you're in a rush. This one genuinely concerns me. Floralis is manufactured in Poland and Romania, where chemical safety regulations are enforced less strictly. Made from recycled paper from unverified sources, mixed with minimum virgin fiber. To mask the grayish color, they use sodium hypochlorite, concentrated household bleach, at higher concentrations than premium brands. Regular exposure disrupts natural pH balance of your skin. But here's the disturbing part. The floral scent uses synthetic fragrances containing phthalates, plasticizer chemicals that help scent last longer. Phthalates are endocrine disruptors linked to reproductive issues and hormonal imbalances. The fragrance is sprayed on outer layers during packaging. You know that overpowering fresh smell when you open a pack that makes your eyes water? Those are phthalates off-gassing. You're literally inhaling endocrine disruptors before using the product. Quality control is minimal. Testing found inconsistent chemical levels between batches. One pack might have twice the fragrance as another. You're saving 2 pounds and exposing yourself to hormone disruptors with zero accountability. Brand number 2. Waitrose Soft and Strong Waitrose. The posh supermarket where quality supposedly matters. Their soft and strong toilet tissue is positioned as premium, middle-class reliability. Surely Waitrose wouldn't compromise? Oh, they absolutely do. Waitrose Soft and Strong uses dual-ply construction where the inner layer is treated with alkyl ketene dimer, a sizing agent derived from petroleum. You're wiping with petrochemical-coated tissue. The outer soft touch layer is treated with moisturizing agents, glycerin and mineral oil derivatives. Mineral oil is a petroleum byproduct that can clog pores and disrupt natural microbiome balance in sensitive areas. Here's what's frustrating. Waitrose knows their customers care about quality and safety. Yet their toilet paper contains the same petroleum-derived chemicals as budget brands, just with prettier packaging, using words like thoughtfully sourced. The strong part? Polyamide epichlorohydrin resins that don't break down easily, contributing to plumbing issues. You know when you realize you've been paying extra for the illusion of quality rather than actual quality? You're paying £4.80 for an 8-pack, nearly double budget options for petroleum derivatives. That's not premium. That's premium pricing for standard profit margins. Brand number 1, Regina Blitz. Finally, Regina Blitz. Super absorbent kitchen towel that people use as toilet paper. Yes, people do this. Student housing, budget households, it seems more economical. This is probably the most concerning. Regina Blitz is designed for kitchen use, cleaning surfaces, not human skin contact. It's not regulated as a personal hygiene product. The paper uses formaldehyde-based, wet-strength resins at concentrations 3 to 4 times higher than toilet tissue, because it needs to maintain structure when soaked. These resins transfer on contact, especially to damp skin. The super-absorbent quality comes from super-absorbent polymers, same stuff in disposable diapers. Synthetic crystals that cause microabrasions on skin and create environments for bacterial growth. Kitchen roll is designed to be abrasive enough to scrub surfaces. That texture damages skin with repeated use. UK dermatologists report increased cases of mechanical irritation and micro-tears in people regularly using kitchen roll as toilet paper. You know when it feels rough, scratchy, and you're more irritated afterward? That's your skin reacting to abrasive texture and industrial chemicals never meant for that purpose. Sofidel Group makes both kitchen roll and toilet paper. They formulate them differently for a reason. You're not being economical. You're harming yourself to save 50p. I know, this is a lot. And you're probably looking at your bathroom cupboard right now, feeling betrayed. But listen, you're not powerless here. You don't have to just accept this. There's actually a really simple way to fix this. And no, I'm not telling you to stop using toilet paper or switch to some complicated system. There are better options. Brands that actually care about what they're putting on your skin. Let me show you what to look for. The solutions. Option 1. Who gives a crap? This is what I switched to 8 months ago. Who Gives a Crap uses 100% bamboo or recycled paper from verified traceable suppliers with chlorine-free processing. No formaldehyde, no synthetic fragrances, no wet-strength chemicals. Bamboo is naturally soft without chemical softeners because the fibers are longer and stronger. It breaks down completely in water, dissolves in under 30 seconds. No plumbing issues, direct delivery on subscription. About £1 per roll, but you use less because quality is better. Plus, 50% of profits go to building toilets in developing countries. Order from whogivesacrap.org. Option 2. The Cheeky Panda, made from 100% FSC certified bamboo, completely plastic-free packaging. They use hydrogen peroxide instead of chlorine for whitening. No inks, dyes, or fragrances. The texture is naturally soft but strong. 3 sheets does what 5 or 6 sheets of Andrex would do. Available at Waitrose, Ocado, and their website. About £4.50 for 9 rolls. Option 3. Tradecraft Recycled. If you prefer recycled, Tradecraft does it properly. Sourced from post-consumer office paper only. No thermal receipts, no mystery waste. Processing done in the UK under strict environmental standards with published third-party testing showing no heavy metal contamination. It's unbleached, slightly beige rather than brilliant white. That's what toilet paper should look like without chemicals. Fair trade certified with transparent supply chain. Available from Tradecraft shops and online. £3.20 for 6 rolls. Option 4. Naked Sprout bamboo-based, delivered in completely recyclable paper packaging. Independently tested and certified by FSC, Vegan Society, and Cruelty-Free International. No chemical processing beyond basic pulping. Naturally hypoallergenic because there are no additives, fragrances, or bleaches. Perfect for sensitive skin or allergies. Subscribe on their website, about $1.10 per roll, with free delivery. If you're in the supermarket aisle needing to make a quick decision, here's your framework. First, pick up the pack. Second, flip it over. Avoid if you see quilted or cushioned chemical resins, ultra soft with added moisture, synthetic softeners, any fragrance claims, phthalates, super strong when wet, formaldehyde agents. Look for chlorine-free or ECF, FSC certification or bamboo-based, biodegradable with actual certification. Minimal ingredient lists. The grandmother rule. If your grandmother from 1950 wouldn't recognize the ingredients or claims, neither should you. Toilet paper should be simple. Paper, water, basic processing. That's it. So here's what I want to know. How many of these brands were in your bathroom cupboard right now? Don't lie. I had 4 before this research. Drop a number in the comments. Just the number. Let's see how deep this goes. Which brand are you boycotting first? Which one betrayed you personally? I want to know because I'm genuinely curious which revelation hit hardest. If this opened your eyes, send it to someone you care about. Your mom, your flatmate, your best friend. They'll thank you later. Hit subscribe for more deep dives into everyday products. Because trust me, toilet paper isn't the only thing hiding these secrets. I'll see you in the next one. Stay informed, stay safe, Buy Right UK is here for you.